So when we are dealing with greedy algorithms, we will study the examples like knapsack problem, job sequencing, then shortest path using Prim's algorithms and Kruskal's algorithms, etc. etc. So we are here taking the decision in greedy methods with the help of current available information, and from that we are uh, deciding our next step, okay, which is giving us immediate benefit. Okay, we will uh, decide the step which will give us the benefit immediately, and that step, if it is not giving benefit afterwards, then also we are not repeating it. Okay, we are ignoring it and we are proceeding. Only we are thinking about the current situation, not about the future. Means in future it will have more complexity and all that. It's not the case. It's the case only we are taking that decision on the basis of current available information, and after that we are taking that step, okay, which is giving us the benefits. Okay, this approach is mainly used to solve optimization problems. Again, I told you the difference between minimization, maximization, and optimization. Optimization problem means what? The optimum solution for that particular problem. Means the value is not minimum, not maximum, it's optimum. Means specify, it's not specified like it's the minimum or it's the maximum. Means I told you the example of blood sugar level. What is the optimum level for that? It's 110. It should be minimum, sorry, maximum 110. When you are fasting, 110 it should be. So it is the optimum value for that particular stuff. Okay, any stuff we are taking, it will have some limits, minimum limits it will have, or maximum limits it will have. The optimum value which will be right for that particular thing, that it will be either minimum or maximum, that will be known as the optimum value. Okay. So greedy algorithms go for the optimization problems. To solve the optimization problems, these are used. Then in many problems, it does not produce an optimal solution, though it gives an approximate solution in a reasonable time. If it fails to give the exact uh, solution to the problem, then it definitely gives the approximate solution, which is near to optimal solution. Okay, this is the specification for greedy algorithms. Then this is easy to implement and quite efficient in most of the cases. Now, we have seen components of greedy algorithms. Those are a candidate set, we means the given set for which we have to create the solution. Then selection function is there, which will be used for deciding some criteria to be added to the solution set. Okay, some function will be applied there on the candidate set, through which we are going to uh, take the solution set. Okay, then feasibility function is there. What feasibility function is? It is used to determine whether a candidate can be used to contribute to the solution. Okay, means which is means after selection function is there, it is applied, then feasibility function is tested. Means uh, each and every element of that set is tested for its feasibility to be added in the solution set. Then an objective function is there. It is used to assign a value to a solution or a partial solution. Okay. We have seen example of knapsack problem that we have to use the partial solutions also. If the whole solution is not getting fitted in that solution set, then we have to go for the partial or fractional part of that solution. So there will be an objective function. And lastly, a solution function. It is used to indicate whether a complete solution has been reached. A candidate set is applied with selection function, feasibility function, and objective function. And finally, it results in the solution function. Okay. Then greedy is an algorithmic paradigm that builds up a solution piece by piece. Okay, part by part, piece by piece, we are going for the solution. And then always choosing the next piece that offers the most obvious and immediate benefit. Means when we are choosing the next step, we will always consider for the immediate benefit. Okay, the step we are going to add in the solution set, it will have beneficial characteristics with it. Okay, it will be profitable. In case of knapsack problems, we have seen it is profit is the uh, criteria we consider. Means in knapsack problems, we have given a specific weight and we have to fill that knapsack with the elements given within the limit of that weight, but we are considering the profit to be maximized. Okay. So the problems where choosing locally optimal also leads to global solution are best fit for greedy. Problems where choosing locally optimal, okay, means already I told you greedy algorithms or greedy problems we solve part by part. Okay, so we solve uh, the locally optimal solutions part by part. It leads to the global solution. Okay, global solutions are again uh, consist of small parts like local solutions. So the local solutions lead to global solution, which are best fit for greedy algorithms. We have seen this knapsack problem. From the diagram, we can see 3 blocks are given with the weight 10, 20, and 30, and profit as 60, 100, and 120. Capacity of that knapsack given is 50. Okay, 50 is given there. So we will, if we go one by one, A10, B20, okay, C30, it will not fit there because capacity is 50 only. 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. So it will give us a profit of 100 plus 60 as 160. Okay, but knapsack is not filled properly. Okay, then what we will do, we will check for A and C. Okay, A is weight 10, C is weight 30. 30 plus 10 means capacity is 40. B is not fitted in that case because B is 20. And profit will be 120 plus 60 is equal to 180. Okay. This is also not that feasible. Then B and C is there. Okay. B's weight is 20, C weight is 30, 20 plus 30, 50. Uh, knapsack is filled properly. Then we will check for profit. It is 100 plus 120 is equal to 220. Okay. Now this is the uh, general knapsack problem. Now we will deal with fractional knapsack. Means what? To get the maximum profit, we will divide some blocks which are given to us for the purpose of maximization of profit. Okay. So what we will do in that process, we will take block A, block B, and 2/3 part of block C. Okay, 2/3 part of block C means it is weight 20. Okay, and what the profit of that will be? 80. 120 into 2 by 3. It comes as 80. Okay, so combining all these things, we are getting maximum profit. Okay, 60 plus 100 plus 2/3 of 120, which is 80. Okay, and so the total profit becomes 240. Okay, now what about total weight? 10 plus 20 plus 2/3 of 30. 2/3 of 30 is 20 again. So it becomes 50. Total weight is 50. Why we have taken 2/3 of block C? It is a fractional knapsack example. Okay, fractional knapsack means if we need to take the if we need to take the part of that particular block, okay, we will take that. So it will have the maximum profit, and the knapsack is filled properly. Okay, we can see here we are getting the highest profit that we could. Total value is 60 plus 100 plus 2 by third part of 120, which comes as 80. So total profit it becomes 240. Okay, all of you got the fractional knapsack and fractional knapsack. You have only knapsack, but this is also type of knapsack. You should know it. So fractional knapsack is also there. Then problem scenario. What type of problems are there in the knapsack one? Okay. Here, for example, I taken a thief is robbing a store. Okay. Thief means चोर. Okay. In Marathi, we know. चोराचं example घेतलेलं आहे and can carry a maximal weight of W into his knapsack. As seen in the previous example, the knapsack capacity was 50. Here, for generalization, we have taken it as a W. Okay, W is the knapsack capacity. Okay, there are n items available in the store. Okay, n number of items are there to be stored. Okay, then weight of ith item is WI. Okay, it's a small w. Capital W is total capacity of knapsack bag, and small w is the individual weight of item. Ith item weight is Wi and its profit is Pi. Okay, its profit is Pi. Then uh, how the thief will go for the robbery. In this context, the items should be selected in such a way that the thief will carry those items for which he will gain maximum profit. Okay, which is our main knapsack problem scenario is we have to consider the maximum profit, and hence the objective of the thief is to maximize the profit. Okay, maximize the profit but keeping the knapsack capacity as the limit. Okay, means is something that is limited. Okay, and we have to fit all the items, n items, either full or partially in the W. Okay, W, capital W, which is the maximal weight of knapsack. Okay, then in this case, items can be broken into small pieces. Hence, the thief can select fractions of items. Okay, we have already seen the example. If the whole item is not fitting up in the knapsack, there we have to perform the fractioning. Okay, division of that small unit. Then and then only we will be able to uh, fit that weight into capital W and maximize the profit. Okay. Then according to the problem statement, there are n items in the store. Yes. Weight of ith item is Wi greater than 0. Yes. Profit for ith item is Pi, that is greater than 0, and capacity of the knapsack is W. Okay. Then in this version of knapsack problem, items can be broken into small pieces. So the thief may take only a fraction xi of ith item. Okay. This is again point regarding the fractioning. Uh, as per the need, we are going to consider the profit. Okay. Now, ith item contributes the weight xi into Wi to the total weight in the knapsack and profit xi into Pi to the total profit. Okay. Xi into Wi. X is what? X is the fraction unit of uh, any piece. That here you can see the last sentence. What X is? X is the part of the unit, okay, to be added. Means in first example C, we fractioned the parts of C. Okay, like that, one part of that uh, item is shown with xi, that is xi is the ith item. Okay, the ith item contributes the weight xi into Wi. Yes, xi is the item and Wi is the weight of that item. Okay, so it contributes the total weight and the in the knapsack, and profit is xi into PI. Xi is the item, PI is the profit for that particular item. So profit added there will be Xi into PI to the total profit. Okay. Then what we have to do is that is given there. Hence, the objective of this algorithm is to maximize summation n is equal to 1 to n of Xi into Pi. Okay, Xi are parts of that units. Okay, if we take the fraction of that unit to be added, what we need to do is maximize n is equal to 1 to n. Okay, the function to be maximized is n equal to 1 to n xi into pi. Okay, individual एका पार्टचं काय येणार आहे प्रॉफिट xi into pi. Okay, so what we have to do is summation of all the profits. Okay, summation of all the profits. In that n items are there, n runs from 1 to n. Okay, means that xi will be like x1 into p1 plus x2 into p2 plus x3 into p3, like this. Okay, it will be the summation of all the profits subject to constraint. Constraint means again it will have the limit. Subject to constraint, n is equal to 1 to n xi into wi is less than or equal to w. Okay, w is again our total weight of knapsack. Okay, w is total weight of knapsack, and xi into wi, what does it mean? Weight of that xi item. Okay, two items are there, suppose, then it will have x1 into w1 plus x2 into w2. Okay, but we have n equal to 1 to n, n number of elements are there. Okay, or parts are there, so we will consider it as summation of n runs from 1 to n xi into wi. Okay, which should be less than or equal to w, which should be less than or equal to w. Getting the weight, we have to limit it. So maximizing the profit will be maximize, if we maximize the profit, then we have to consider the weight of the knapsack. Okay, means the total weight we are putting in the knapsack, that should be less than or equal to that limit of that knapsack. Okay, then it is clear that an optimal solution must fill the knapsack exactly. Otherwise, we could add a fraction of one of the remaining items and increase the overall profit. Okay, what it is doing? It is clear that an optimal solution must fill knapsack exactly. Otherwise, we could add a fraction of the remaining items and increase the overall profit. Okay, for increasing the profit, we have to put all types of items in the knapsack. Okay, optimal solution, when that will be an optimal solution, if the knapsack is filled properly. Means whatever the limit given for that knapsack is uh, fulfilled there. Means if 50 is the given weight for knapsack, then exactly the 50 weight is put in the knapsack. Okay, for that part we can go for fractions of that units. Okay, means we, if we need to fill the knapsack, whole knapsack, then what we will do is, yes, we will do is fractions of that unit. Okay, again the constraint, which is summation of n equal to 1 to n xi into wi, is should be less than or equal to w. But to be, means that is also correct, but to be exactly optimum solution, we will have to change the sign there. Means it should summation n equal to 1 to n xi into wi should be equal to capital W. Okay, it should not be less than or equal to w, it should be exactly w. Okay, now in this context, some first we need to sort those items according to the value of profit by weight ratio, so that uh, pi plus 1 upon wi plus 1 is less than or equal to pi upon wi. Okay, what is here again? We have to consider the profit by weight ratio. Okay, here what we have to consider is the profit by weight ratio. Why it is? Because we have to get the optimum solution. When we are going to take that optimal solution, when the knapsack is properly filled, okay, up to its weight. So that will be our optimum solution. Getting? In this context, first we need to sort those items according to the level of profit and weight, profit and weight ratio. Okay, profit by weight ratio will be considered there. Okay, what is the constraint for this and that profit by weight ratio? Okay, profit by weight ratio, we can see here, the help of cursor I will show you. This term pi plus 1 upon wi plus 1, what it is? It is profit by weight ratio for the next item. Okay, next item is there, it will have uh, the profit as pi plus 1 and weight as wi plus 1. So this constraint for that is, the next step should be, for the next step ratio should be less than or equal to than the current state. This pi and wi are the current state ratio. Okay, profit by weight ratio of next step should be less than or equal to profit by weight ratio of current state. Getting? It is profit by weight ratio for the next step should be less than or equal to profit by weight ratio of the current state. Okay, keep it in mind. Here X is an array to store the fraction of items. X is an array to store the fraction of items. Then here we will see the algorithm now. what this algorithm consists of? We'll see here. N items are there. So small w will be from 1 to n, that is w1, w2, w3, wn. Then profit will be there from 1 to n, p1, p2, p3, pn, like that. And w is the maximum capacity of that knapsack. Okay. So we will see the algorithm now. What it is telling? It is telling that yes, for I equal to 1 to n, do x of I is equal to 0. Okay. X of I means what again? Uh, Here for the first step, we are taking assigning that x of I is equal to 0 and weight is equal to 0, because we are going to take the solution set. Okay. Initially this set uh, will be having no any element. Okay. uh, no element will be there. So here we are taking x of I is equal to 0 and weight is equal to 0. Okay. Then what the next step is? For I equal to 1 to n, for I equal to 1 to n, what the step is? If weight plus w of I, okay, is less than or equal to w, means whatever the weight is there, initially this weight is 0. Okay. Initially this weight is 0 we have taken. Then this weight plus w of I, okay, whatever the item and its weight will be, if this weight plus this w of I is less than or equal to w is total capacity of knapsack, then x of I is equal to 1, means this x of I we will be adding in the solution set. Okay. Getting x of I is equal to 1, x of I is equal to 1. Why we are taking this one? Because here we are getting this condition, weight plus w of I. W of I means what? Weight of this item I is less than or equal to w, that is capital W. Then we are adding in the solution set as 1. Okay. Here we have taken it as the 0, initialized it. Now we are considering it as a x of I equal to 1. Okay. Then what the next step will be? Weight will be assigned to weight plus w of I. Now if we did this x of I equal to 1, then automatically weight is going to increase. Yes or no? Weight is increasing here. As we add the elements, weight is increased. So this weight will be assigned to weight plus w of I. Okay. Then else, what the part is else? Else what we will do? If weight plus w of I is less than or equal to w. Okay. If this is the case, weight plus w of I is greater than s. Okay. Uh, if this case is there, we have here weight equal to weight plus WFI. Where what our condition is here is weight plus WFI is greater than or less than or equal to W. If this is the case, then and then only we are adding this item in the solution set. But if it is not there, means weight plus WFI is greater than W, only greater than sign will be there, what there the condition will be? It will be x of I is equal to W minus weight upon W of I. Means what we have done here is the, yes, fractioning. Okay, we are here performing the fractions because this weight plus W of I is greater than W. In that case, we will have to consider the fraction. So x of I is equal to W minus weight upon W of I. It will give us the that not to add that whole item in the solution set, but only we have to add the uh, fractioned part of that element. Okay, fraction part of that element will be added there. Here we are performing the fractioning. Okay, then weight will be assigned as W as it is, and break will be there for this else group. Then analysis will be if the provided items are already sorted in a decreasing order of uh, pi. uh, Here one slash is missing. It is the ratio of pi wi. Okay, here we will consider the ratio here. In analysis, we are considering the ratio here, profit by weight ratio. If the provided items are already sorted into a decreasing order of profit by weight ratio, then the while loop takes time in big O of n, where the while loop is. While loop is not here. But here we can add the while loop, okay? At the time of program. Please tell me, this is the whole algorithm. Can you design the program from this? Any one of you? Yes. Unmute yourself, one of you. Is it possible for you to design a program from this algorithm? Okay. It will be as your practical, next practical. Already you have done for a binary search. Then one type of sort is there, I think, merge sort. And then your next practical will be this fractional knapsack problem. You have to perform the program on this, okay? And you yourself have to go for this. I have provided the algorithm. You know the languages, C, C++, Python, any any language of your choice, you can go for this. Okay. So here we are. If the provided items are already sorted in decreasing order of uh, profit by weight ratio, then the while loop takes a time big of n. Now, what we want in the problem is uh, we want this ratio uh, less than the means this ratio for the next step should be less than this ratio for the current state. Okay, yes or no? We have seen here in this slide here, the profit by weight ratio for the next step should be less than or equal to profit by weight ratio of the current state. Okay, getting? So when means it should be in decreasing order to get the solution. Okay, this ratio should be in decreasing order to get the maximum profit. So in that the time complexity will be big of n. Therefore, the total time including the sort is big of n log n. Okay, the time complexity of this algorithm is big of n log n. Okay, means n will be the number of items there to be added in the knapsack. Okay, and as we are using the fractional knapsack, so it will definitely go for the maximum profit. So this time complexity will be decreased in that case. So the including the sorting time in the program, the time complexity will be big of n log n. Okay. Now we will see, suppose the example for this. Okay. Example here we have taken is, suppose W is equal to 60. Previous one is again different. Okay. Previous one that we have seen, 3 blocks A, B, C, that is different example, and this is different. Means both are of fractional knapsack, but another example we are taking here is W is 60, means knapsack capacity is 60 there, and items given are like this: A, B, C, D. Okay, 4 items are there. Profit of each is, A is having profit of 280, B is having profit of 100, C is having profit of 120, and D is having profit of 120. Okay, and particular weights are also there. What we will do there then? Weights are there: 40, 10, 20, and 24. Okay, now already here considered is the uh, P means profit by weight ratio. Profit by weight ratio is already considered. It comes 7 because 280 divided by 40, it comes 7. It comes as 100 by 10, 10. 120 by 20, it comes as 6. And 120 by 24, it comes as 5. Okay. So P by W ratio is also given there. Now we will go for the solution. What we are going to do there? As the provided items are not sorted based on profit by weight ratio, after sorting, the items are as shown in the following table. Okay. What we have to do for the solution is, we have to sort the items. Okay. We have to sort the items. How they are sorted? In the decreasing order of profit by weight ratio. Okay. profit by weight ratio should be in the decreasing order. Getting? Because what we are considering is uh, the next step profit by weight ratio should be less than or equal to current state. Okay, suppose I will show you my cursor. B is my current state. Okay, B is my current item to be added. The profit by weight ratio of B is 10. Okay, now I have to consider is the next step. Okay, then A is there, C is there, D is also there. What is their next state? It should be 7. We already have sorted it. So it should be 7. Why? Because 10 is less than 7 means profit by weight ratio. This is our current state. Okay. After B, I am adding A. The profit by weight ratio of current or next state, A is our next state. Okay. And B is our current state. The profit by weight ratio of the next state should be less than or equal to the current state. Okay, this is the scenario. So what we are going to do is profit by weight ratio we will be adding in the decreasing, means we will order them into decreasing order for our solution. Okay, for the solution purpose we are going to do this. What we are doing is we are decreasing, uh, we are putting all the items in decreasing order. Okay, decreasing order of this profit by weight ratio. Okay, this profit by weight ratio will be arranged in decreasing order 10, 7, 6 and 5. You can see here B, A, C, D. A, B, C, D was the sequence. Now B, A, C, D is the sequence. Okay. How we are going to solve it now? See here. After sorting all the items according to profit by weight, first B is chosen as weight of B is less than the capacity of knapsack. Again, we have to consider that capacity scenario also. Okay. Weight of this B is less than capacity of knapsack. Okay. Capacity of knapsack is 60 and weight of this B is 10. Okay. Weight of B is less than the capacity of knapsack. Next, item A is chosen as the available capacity of knapsack is greater than the weight of A now. Okay. Now what is considered here? Okay. B is already placed. W is 60. Now W is 50. Okay. W is 50 now because 10 is already occupied by B. Now it will consider A. Okay. It will consider A. Why? Because it is having the maximum profit. Okay. A is also having the maximum profit, but it is considered with the weight. Okay. A is having maximum profit, but it is considered with the weight. So here we are considering the ratio. Okay. So ratio profit by weight, it comes 7 in the A and the weight is 40. Okay, weight of that A is 40. Now available capacity of our knapsack is 50 because B has already occupied 10 and now available capacity is 50 and A's weight is 40. 40 is less than 50. So we will add A. This then capacity of knapsack. Next item A is chosen as the available capacity of the knapsack is greater than the weight of A. Now C is chosen as the next item. Okay, A we did it for whole A. Okay, now only capacity remaining is 10. Getting the remaining capacity is 10 only. What it will do now? C is chosen as the next item. However, the whole item cannot be chosen as the remaining capacity of the knapsack is less than the weight of C. Okay. What is the weight of C? It is 20. And remaining capacity is 10. Okay. 10 and 40 have already included here. Okay. So only 40 plus 10 is equal to 50 is occupied. Only 10 is remaining. Okay. And C's weight is 20. So what we get is, what we will do there is again the fraction part. Okay. Hence fraction of C, that is 60 minus 50 upon 20 is chosen. Okay. C fully बसत नाही तिथे. A बसलं with capacity of 10. Sorry, B बसलं with capacity of 10. Then it was A with capacity of 40. Okay. And now C is chosen with the capacity of 10. Okay. Here we will fraction the C. Getting? Here we will fraction the C because the total available weight is 20. Sorry, 10. And C is of weight 20. Now the capacity of knapsack is equal to the selected items. Since no more item can be selected. Now the knapsack is full. We cannot add any item more. Okay. So we will analyze for the total weight and profit. The total weight of the selected items is 10 plus 40 plus 20 into 10 by 20. Okay. How the weight is measured? 10 is the weight for B, 40 is the weight for A, C is the weight for 20. Okay, 20 is the weight for C. But here we have to fraction the C because we don't have space 20 in the knapsack. Okay, we will divide it with or multiply it with 10 by 20. Okay, which is the available space. 10 is the available space for that knapsack, and 20 is the capacity of this C, item C. So the total weight becomes here is the 60. 10 plus 40 plus 10. Okay. So 40 plus 20 is equal to 60. 60 is the uh, total weight. Okay. 60 is the total weight. Now what about the profit now? Same case will be there with the profit. It will be measured 100 plus 280 plus 120 into 10 by 20. Okay. So what it will become? 100 plus 280 plus 60. Okay. It will be 440. This is the optimal solution. We cannot gain more profit selecting any different combination of items. Okay. Optimal solution we have uh, come here. Okay. We have come up to the optimal solution. Why? Because we have used the proper method. Means what? We were given the profit and weight for each items. Then we calculated there the profit by weight ratio. Then decreased the items uh, there. Okay. So uh, where were we? This is the total profit and this is the total weight. We cannot gain here. We cannot gain more profit selecting any different combination of items. Okay, it is the optimal solution. If we go for another combination of items, we will not get any type of uh, profit, maximum profit like this. Means we consider any other combination, the profit will be less than 440. So the maximum profit we will get it is 440, and with this combination where B will be chosen first, then A will be there, and then fraction of C will be there. Okay, fraction of C will be there. Half of the C means if we consider the weight also, total weight of that knapsack also, and profit also. Okay, here it is all about the knapsack and fractional knapsack. Okay, uh, any problem is there? Yes, all of you get the example, algorithm, and all the things about knapsack. Yes. Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we'll go for the job sequencing. Which is the next part of this chapter, job sequencing with deadlines. Here, what is the case? Some jobs are given that we have to sequence them, and some deadline will be there. Okay, in knapsack, deadline was not there. Limit was there. Some limit was there for the knapsack, and considering that limit, we had to uh, uh, fill the items there in the knapsack. But in job sequencing, deadlines are given there, and with those deadlines, we are uh, going for the job sequencing. Again, we will consider for the uh, profit here also. Okay, means maximum profit, and within the deadline, the jobs we have to order. Okay, we have to place those jobs in such order that we will gain the maximum profit. Okay, what is there? We can go one by one here. In job sequencing problem, the objective is to find a sequence of jobs which is completed within their deadlines and gives maximum profit. Okay. Again, the same thing that I told you just now. In job sequencing problem, the objective is to find a sequence of jobs okay, which is completed within their deadlines and gives maximum profits. Given deadlines are there, and in that we have to uh, take the maximum profit from those jobs. Let us consider a set of n given jobs which are associated with deadlines and profit is earned. Okay, n given jobs are there with deadlines and profit. If a job is completed by its deadline, these jobs need to be ordered in such a way that there is a maximum profit. Okay, same thing is there. We have to place the order of that job that it's to be done within its deadline, and it should give the maximum profit. Okay, then it may happen that all the given jobs may not be completed within their deadlines. It might happen again that all the jobs are not completed within the deadline. As we have seen in the knapsack problem, we went for fractional knapsack for that case when there was not uh, in knapsack, the whole item was not uh, placed. In that case, what we did, in that case, we did is the fractional that item. Okay, means to cut the weight of that particular item. We fractioned that and then we placed it in the knapsack to get the uh, optimal solution. Here in job sequencing, what we do is, it may happen that all the given jobs may not be completed within the deadlines. Assume deadline of ith job ji is di. Okay, j is the job, ith job is ji. Okay, means first, second, third, like that. Suppose third job is j3. Okay, we will take for example. So the job ji with its deadline will be di. Okay, and profit received from this job is pi. Okay, hence the optimal solution of this algorithm is a feasible solution with maximum profit. Okay, what we want is there is the maximum profit. What does it mean mathematically? How we can write it like d of I is greater than 0. D of I means the deadline of that job. Okay, deadline of that ith job is greater than 0 for 1 is less than or equal to I less than or equal to n. Okay, from jobs j1 to jn. Okay, n jobs are there, and it will have d of I, that is deadline of any job, greater than 0. Okay, the deadline of that particular job, it will be greater than 0. Initially, these jobs are ordered according to profit. Okay, in knapsack problem, what we considered, profit by weight ratio. Okay, the profit by weight ratio, we placed to get the solution, we place the job with greater profit by weight ratio at the first place and later on like that. Okay, means we profit by weight ratio, we put it in the decreased order. Okay, in example, here you can see P by W ratio here we consider, and we place the items like 10, 7, 6, and 5 to get the solution, optimal solution. Same here, what we are going to do is we are going to order the job in such order that P1 is greater than or equal to P2, greater than or equal to P3, greater than or equal to dash 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 greater than or equal to P. Means the profit of the job means the job which is having the highest profit will be at the first place. Okay, for the what we can say, for the purpose of means for solution of that particular problem for job sequencing, we are going to place like this the job which will have the uh, more profit will be placed at the first place, and like this means in the decreasing order again. Okay, the more profit and the less profit, more profit for the first job and less profit for the last job. Okay, see here what is the algorithm now. uh, D of 0, that is deadline, then J of 0, J is our job, and then uh, D of 0 is assigned to J of 0 is assigned with 0. Okay, D is our deadline, uh, J is job, N is number of jobs we have. Okay, N is number of jobs we have, and K is the uh, profit. Okay, that we will keep on adding. Okay, what will be there, we will see. K is equal to 1, K is assigned to 1. Okay, then the next step, in the first step, uh, deadline is assigned to 0. In next step, K is assigned to 1. In next step, what is there, J of 1 is assigned to 1. Means first job is selected. Okay, first job with its deadline is selected, J of 1 is assigned 1. Okay, then for I is equal to 2 dash 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 n up to n, means for the next step what we have to do for second job to nth job, means from second to last job, what we are going to do here is now R is equal to K. Okay, means K value is assigned to R. R is taken the temporary variable for the purpose of saving our profit. Okay, means in memory where we have to store somewhere. So that profit is assigned to this temporary variable R, while D of J of R. J of R means uh, this deadline of this job is greater than D of I. D of I is the current job deadline. Okay, always we are going to consider this this one. Okay, means J of deadline of job which is currently running is greater than D of I, and d of j of r is not equal to r. R is again there. K is assigned there for r, temporary variable. D of j of r is not equal to r. What we are going to do there is decrease the r. Okay, r is assigned to r minus 1. Okay, while this is the case, that deadline of uh, next job, suppose r we are considering here for the next job, the deadline of next job is less than or equal to d of I, means whatever the available means current job deadline is there, and this d of j of r is not equal to r. We are going to do there is the decrement the r. Okay, r ची value कमी होते. In that case, the next case we are going to consider is if d of j of r is less than or equal to d of I, and d of I is greater than r. Okay, d of I is greater than r, then this see here, r means here we have, they are taken as the uh, d of I is the current job. Okay, d of I is the uh, deadline of current job, and r they have taken as the I think for right job of that uh, right side job of that current job, and L they have taken for the left side job of that current job. Okay, for L is equal to uh, K up to R plus 1. Just a minute. Okay, let's go for the example first. Then I think it will be easy for us to. We'll go for the example now for the initial understanding. See here. What is there? Let us consider a set of given jobs as shown in the following table. We have to find a sequence of jobs which will be completed within their deadlines and will give maximum profit. Each job is associated with a deadline and profit. Your jobs are given J1, J2, J3, J4, and J5, and their deadlines are 2, 1. Deadlines and profits are like this. 260, J2 is having deadline 1 and profit 100. Then J3 is having deadline 3 and profit 20. J4 is having deadline 2 and profit 40. And J5 is having deadline 1 and profit 20. Okay. Now, what the first step we have to consider here is the jobs which are having maximum profits are taken at the first, means J2 will be at the first place executed there, then J1 will be there, then J4 will be there, and J3, and then J5. Okay. See here how these are uh, to solve this problem. The given jobs are sorted according to their profit in a descending order. Hence, after sorting, the jobs are ordered in shown as shown in the following table. J2 is taken first, as I told you earlier. 100 will be there. Then for J1, 60, J4, 40, J3, 20, and J5 also 20. But here the deadline is considered. Okay. For decrementing, here deadline is considered. J3 is having deadline 3, so it will have at the first place. J5, as its deadline is 1, it is at the last place. Okay. How it is solved now, we can see. From this set of jobs, first we select J2 as it can be completed within its deadline and contributes maximum profit. Okay. Now, J2 is executed at the uh, first, okay, because it is having the maximum profit. Next, J1 is selected as it gives more profit compared to J4. Okay, compared to J4, it is having more profit, though the deadline is same for both 2 and 2, but it is having more profit, so J1 is considered at the uh, second place. In the next clock, J4 cannot be selected as its deadline is over. Okay. Here 1 is taken, then here J1, its deadline is 2. For J4, again, the deadline is 2. What it is saying? In the next clock, J4 cannot be selected as its deadline is over. Hence, J3 is selected as it executes within its deadline. Okay. Here we have to go parallelly for the sequencing of jobs. Some given information is missing, I think. Here. overall conclusion we can take from this is uh, the jobs which are having uh, the same deadline, their deadline cannot be repeated. Okay, means J1 is having deadline 2, and again J4 is having also deadline 2. So it says that means if uh, means these two jobs will be um, run parallelly, okay, completed parallelly, and already the more profit job J1 has taken its place with deadline 2, so this J4 will be discarded. Okay, so only J1 will be considered here because its profit is more than J4, though it is having the same deadline. Okay, 2 and 2 both are having same deadline, but J1 is having more profit, so J1 will be uh, completed there after J2. J2 is no doubt at the first place because it is having more profit. Okay, again uh, here here comes the here comes in consideration two jobs, that is J1 and J4. Both are having the deadlines 2 and 2, so they will run parallelly, and then what it will do is it will consider the profit. This J1 is having more profit than J4, so J4 is discarded and J1 is considered. Okay, so after J2, J1 will be executed. J4 is discarded, so we will directly go to J3. Okay, for again J3, what we are doing is uh, its execution time is 3. Okay, sorry, deadline is 3 and profit is 2. So we will add the J3. Hence J3 is selected as it executes within its deadline. J4 cannot be selected as its deadline is over. Its deadline is over. Okay, 2 and 2. Its deadline is over. So J4 is discarded and J3 is uh, taken in the consideration. Next job to be executed will be J3 here. Again, we will not consider J5 also because J5 is discarded as it cannot be executed within its deadline. J2 and J5 are having deadline as 1 and 1, but already in that deadline 100 profit 100 job J2 is already executed. Okay, profit is more uh, in case of J2 than J5, so J2 is executed. Okay, yes, so this will be our sequence: J2, J1 and J3. Again, these will have the profit of 100 plus 60 plus 20. Okay, that is 180. So total profit will be 180 and the sequence will be J2, J1 and J3. Okay, uh, with the help of example, again I will uh, elaborate you the job sequencing in the next lecture. Another example we will take so that we will be able to uh, understand more deeply the solution of this job sequencing. Okay, it was quite confusing for me too, but now it's clear for me. um, Deadline means one line is given there like a graph line, and 1 2 3 these like numbers are there. For deadline 1, J2 job is considered because uh, it is having more profit than J5. For deadline 2, two jobs are again there considered, that is J1 and J4, but J1 is having more profit than J4, so J1 is considered there. And for the third point, that is deadline 3, only one job is there, that is J3, and so that job is completed there at point 3. Okay. uh, we'll see it with the help of, suppose, okay, this here they have given the, okay, here suppose it is the deadline 1, here it is the deadline 2, and here it is the deadline 3. Okay, so for this deadline 1, we were having two jobs, that is J1 and J5. Okay, the more profit job was J1, so it was uh, completed here, okay, with the deadline 1. Now for deadline 2, uh, we were having two jobs again, J2 and J4, getting, but here the J2
आज घरी यायची रे मस्त र.
for the deadline 2, J2 and J4, two jobs were there. J2 was having sorry, J1 is having 40 profit, and sorry, J4 is having 40 profit, and J1 is having 60 profit. So J4 and J1, we will consider one of them, and that will be J1 because it is having the more profit, and we will discard J4 as it won't give us more profit within the deadline. Okay, deadline is also important to consider here. So J2 will be for the first, then J1 for the second deadline, and J3 for the third deadline. Okay, J2 and J5 are having same deadline, but more J2 is having more profit. Same case with J1 and J4, both are having same deadline, but J1 is having more profit, and J3 is only having the deadline 3. So J3 is executed here. J2, J1, and J3. In this line, these jobs are executed. Okay. Did you get how the jobs are selected? Yes. In next lecture, we will solve it with another examples. again to get the concept, okay, and the algorithm also. Getting how the jobs are sequenced here? Yes. Okay. All of you note down. I'll give example of knapsack problem, okay, to solve. And again, the same case, I will provide one drive link to you through the WhatsApp group, and on that group, you have to solve this example and upload. Okay. Getting? Take the example. I will dictate the example. All of you, please write. Yes, all of you are able to listen me, I think. Take the example. Don't put your attendance here. I have not told you today. If you solve this example and upload to the drive link till the evening, that will be your attendance. Don't put your attendance here. Don't put your attendance here. I will give you the link. There you have to put your assignment, which will be given to you. And okay, all of you are writing. Take the knapsack size is 150. Knapsack size as 150. The items given are A, B, C, D, and E. A, B, C, D, E. And weight of A is 80, and profit is 28. Okay. Then weight of B is 45, and profit of B is 24. Then weight of C is 20, profit is 40. For C, weight is 20, profit is 40. For D, weight is 75 and profit is 30, and for E, weight is suppose 25 and profit is 50. All of you get the example. You have to solve it by fractional knapsack problem. Five items are there: A, B, C, D, E. Weight of A is 80, profit is 28. Weight of B is 45 and profit of B is 24. Weight of C is 20 and profit of C is 40. Weight of D is 75 and profit of D is 30. And weight of E is 25 and profit of E is 50. Okay. All of you have to go for profit by weight ratio, and according to that you have to solve this example, knapsack problem. Okay. In 5 to 10 minutes I will share the link, and then you will have to uh, upload your PDF answers. You have to write with the help of paper and pen. Okay, on paper you have to solve this example, and then you have to upload its PDF on the given drive link with your division and roll number. Okay, all of you get it? Did you all get it? You have to solve the example which I have given. Go for it and upload your answer sheet or whatever it is on the drive link, and that will be considered as your attendance. Okay, attendance from chat box I'm not going to consider today. Getting? We will stop here up to till evening. You have to upload this answer sheet. Okay, I will stop here. All of you solve this.